Hey everyone, what's up? How are ya? Hope you're fine. My name is Anya. It's time to watch another creepy video. It's called Weird and Scary Videos, perfect for bedtime, so let's go. Oh, great. I saw that one already.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious videos that are leaving viewers perplexed. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
We had that one
in 2012, the Athens, Georgia Public Utilities Department recorded some footage that still to this day they can't explain. The Utilities Department sent a guided camera through the sewer system to capture footage for an upcoming public service announcement. The video was intended to show what happens when foreign objects are flushed down the toilet. However, what they ended up catching on camera is far from their original intention. Take a look. What looks like a hand can be seen reaching up out of the water. While this could be some kind of...
I just edited that video today. That's why it's still so fresh, and I had been thinking about it earlier today. Like, what is it? I can't really come to any conclusion, but there has to be some explanation to it.
Of organism growing in the sewers, the fact that it seems to reach out with a hand has left some experts completely baffled. To this day, the Athens, Georgia Public Utilities Department hasn't been able to explain this eerie sighting.
Well, I'm great. I mean, if the experts don't know, then it's not that bad.
This
yeah,
next bizarre
I don't have
encounter
to be
was
ashamed
uploaded to
to not
TikTok by
come up with an
24
explanation.
0. It's not known where exactly this was filmed, but reportedly it happened somewhere in Kenya. Watch as something strange goes down at this bus stop.
Did he just pass out? Or is he having some kind of...
Out of nowhere, the man in the grey top gets pulled to the ground.
brain malfunction?
Then the
Or
man
some
in
kind of...
yellow runs off.
some kind of stroke or aneurysm or something? Did someone call an ambulance?
The man in grey then gets up and runs off as well.
Okay. Well, then maybe it was just staged.
No one else around seems to be bothered by this strange set of events. There are several theories in the comments as to what's going on here. Some think it's some kind of scam or prank and that the man in grey was pulled over with string. And that's why the man in yellow suddenly runs off.
No. I second it's a prank, that the grey man and the yellow man were both in it together, and that they had decided on, hey, I'm gonna fall down and then you run off and scare everyone, or not. I mean, you'd be amazed as to the things that can happen, and people just stand by. They once did this I mean, I've seen this shit on TV years ago, and they also somebody also did it on YouTube. They staged a kid being kidnapped right in the open street, and nobody really cared. People just looked and walked by, and that is so... never mind, let's not get into that, but... So who should care if somebody just falls over? I mean, he could have had a stroke or an aneurysm and died there. Nobody would give shit about it. So sad these days. People are so messed up, and I often ask myself as well, what would I do, you know? And I can't even say for sure, oh yes, I would totally help. No. If it means I get myself into trouble, perhaps, I don't think I would help. Maybe call the cops, at least, you know? Call the cops and tell them, yo, there's something weird going on here. But the thing is, if you call the cops and there's nothing weird going on, you might be the one who gets in trouble. Like, why you waste our time? I mean, this is what we've come to these days. Never mind. It just annoys the fuck out of me.
There were some comments, however, that thought something paranormal may be afoot, and that some kind of invisible presence pulled the man to the ground.
Nah. I mean, why is he doing this with his feet? That looks like as if he's lying there
it's a strange little clip that seems to raise more questions than it answers.
Nah, I think it was a prank.
Back in 2013, photographer Nathan Ziegler captured something on film that still to this day can't be explained. Ziegler was testing out a new camera at the old Pioneer Cemetery in Milton Freewater, Oregon. He set the camera up to take a time-lapse. It was set to take a snap every 30 seconds as the sun slowly set over the crumbling tombstones on the horizon. Ziegler didn't think too much of it until he reviewed the time-lapse. When he got back home and reviewed the connected shots, a single frame seemed to reveal something rather eerie. Here you can see a hunched figure to the right of one of the trees on the hill. It's visible for a single frame, then it just disappears. Intrigued by the bizarre figure, Ziegler did some follow-up investigation to see if he could explain the strange appearance. The camera snapped images every 30 seconds. The old Pioneer Cemetery is surrounded by empty wheat fields, so it seems unlikely that someone would be walking that late at night all alone in a graveyard.
Well, people walk everywhere, but he would... If it was a person, that person wouldn't just appear in one frame. You would see him walk.
Ziegler tested if someone could walk through the shot quickly enough to only appear in one single frame. He concluded that if someone walked briskly, they'd have just 60 seconds to pass the area and only be snapped in one frame.
Plus, that person would have to... I mean, the way he's experimenting, that person would have to know somebody put up a camera and is taking pictures. If it's just somebody taking a walk, you don't know that, and then you just walk.
But again, it seems unlikely that someone would walk by at such a pace, all alone in a cemetery, late at night. There's also something about the figure's posture that just seems off. The head is bulbous and elongated, and just doesn't seem like a regular person. To compare the figure, Ziegler had his brother-in-law stand by the tree in a new photo. Here you can see the distinction between the two silhouettes. On the right is Ziegler's brother-in-law, and on the left is the mysterious figure.
Could that have been something from the tree that fell down, like a branch? And then it dropped like this and fell over? I mean, it doesn't look like a branch. There's no leaves, no nothing on it. Maybe it was just something up in the tree that fell down, but what? I don't know. Shit.
The figure on the left has an almost ethereal quality and isn't as defined as the brother-in-law on the right. The old Pioneer Cemetery dates back to 1878 and has the remains of some of the area's earliest settlers. Today, the graveyard is regularly vandalised and isn't well maintained.
Why? That is something I don't understand. Why? I mean, I'm not quite sure what exactly he means now with vandalized. Do people kick over gravestones or I don't know, spray paint them or, you know, do crazy shit? But no matter what it is, why do people vandalize graveyards? That is something I do not understand. I can understand a lot of things when it comes to vandalizing shit, but why graveyards? What do you get from it? I mean, it's people's relatives lying there. Why would you be so disrespectful to them? There's tons of other things you can vandalize. Why do a graveyard? That's I don't understand that.
Speculated that the mysterious figure could be the spirit of an early pioneer whose grave has been defaced. Others have noted that the figure resembles the classic depiction of an alien grey. The big head, the thin frame and odd posture have had many speculators say that this is an alien caught on camera. Despite Ziegler's best attempts to explain the eerie figure, the photo still doesn't have a solid explanation, and even to this day remains a complete mystery.
Yeah, I have no clue either what that is, how it could have been done. Damn.
In March 2020, TikTok user Jackie Antonez13 thought it would be fun to test out a notorious TikTok filter in a cemetery. The reality ripple effect filter has gained a spooky reputation on TikTok after a series of videos purported that the filter can detect ghosts or spirits. Jackie didn't think much of the rumours and thought the filter would just be a bit of fun to try at a local graveyard. Seems she captured much more than she bargained for. Take a look. Watching that again, right at the end of the clip, a human-like shape seems to lurch towards the camera.
Where? I thought I saw a face earlier.
That's where the clip ends, and we don't get to see what happens afterwards.
Well, then it's fake. She lived long enough to upload it, so... Go figure.
Many TikTok users think the filter is simply pre-programmed to show eerie shapes.
Sorry, or did she record it live and then just disappeared from the face of the earth? If that happened, then I'll believe it's a ghost. Otherwise, nah. I don't even see that figure.
However, some users are certain that it can detect energy frequencies of spirits and other paranormal entities. In another TikTok clip, this time from user Robin Sparkles 89, we can see the reality ripple effect detect more human-like shapes. In this clip, the user is determined to debunk the filter altogether. However, as with the previous clip, it shows a little more than they ever thought possible. This time, the user pans the camera around an old storage room in their house. It used to be the bedroom of her sister-in-law, who passed away in 2019.
Is there water running?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was weird.
As you can see, several more human-like shapes appear.
Oh,
yeah, but...
Was that you?
At one point, her dog even starts growling at what seems like nothing at all.
Maybe he can just sense her attention. And, well, from how I just understood the description of this filter, it's just supposed to throw shapes on the screen, so why make so much of it? I don't think there's anything to it. It's just supposed to freak you out, I'm guessing. I don't have TikTok or filters or a smartphone, so I don't know. Otherwise I would look at it, but I don't think much of that stuff, to be honest. So yeah, but then as I said, I don't know. All I can do is assume Jesus. All I can do is assume things. There you go. Blah blah.
In the comments section, the OP confirms that they've always suspected that a presence is lingering in their home. They say they burn sage in the home every month to help clear the energy in the space.
Well, you have to clean out the corners.
So what do you think? Can the...
If the sage is not working, try other herbs or clap into the corners. That's supposed to move stagnant energy, and maybe there's a ghost stuck in there. I don't know.
Reality ripple effect really detects spirits and other presences.
But I don't believe in that.
In both these clips, it
thingy.
detects human shapes in areas that are both attached to a death of some kind. Have you had an eerie experience with the reality ripple filter? Let us know in the comments down below.
Oh, Danielle, is that you?
This This next clip's a bit of a noggin scratcher. In June 2022, a resident of Drammen, Norway noticed an unusual anomaly out the front of their house. They took out their phone to film the bizarre occurrence. Take a look. As you can see, the gravel under the overhang of their roof is wet and forms a perfect line.
I thought it was something in
Strangely,
the
the
sky.
gravel further out is perfectly dry.
Well, okay, if the shape is kind of weird. I was just gonna say maybe it rained earlier and then the sun was shining. Well, okay, yeah, it could be the sun was shining and then the sun probably came from the... Sorry, that was probably a bit loud for you guys. I hit my microphone. If the sun was coming, in this case, from the right side down, it would have only dried the gravel that was in the sun and the other was in the shadow, so that stayed dry. That would be my first thought explanation. But I'd have to know where the sun is, so...
They point the camera to the sky and we can see a few clouds, but it isn't raining. The user notes that it had been raining heavily earlier in the day.
Yeah, and then the sun
It would make sense if
came
the
out.
opposite had happened and the gravel was dry under the overhang and the rest of the yard was wet. However, that's not what's happening here. It's the exact opposite. Somehow there's a very distinct pattern of moisture opposite to what you think should be happening.
No,
Those who
I'm
have seen the
sticking
clip
to my...
have been at a loss to explain what's happening here, and the OP is equally puzzled and has been looking for answers ever since. So can you explain what's going on here? Share your theories with the rest of the community in the comments down below.
It's bad you can't see the sun anywhere, but I'm sticking to that
Before we take a look
explanation
at
or
some
guess.
truly puzzling Ring security footage, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and freaky videos. Our last clip of the day is some bizarre Ring security footage that was reposted to Instagram by Paranoid Normal. Take a look.
That looks like half an animal. Some kind of chopped in half
As you
animal.
can see, an unknown creature of some kind walks by the camera.
Half a raccoon, just the butt.
It's small and dark and looks to be bipedal, walking on two legs.
Nah, I think it's
Naturally, theories were rife in the comments section, with some calling this a garden gnome or a duende. In Hispanic folklore, duendes are known to be small goblin-like entities that live inside the walls of people's homes. In some cultures, they're believed to be helpful creatures that guide lost travellers through dense forests. However, in Portuguese folklore, for example, duende are mischievous and devious and believed to lure young children away from their homes.
Never heard
Some
of them,
commenters
but
thought it could be a skunk
similar.
or
I
raccoon
know
walking
similar stuff.
strangely on either its front or back legs.
See, that's what I just said. Looks like half a raccoon. Maybe it was it was hurt and is, you know, disformed or disabled, and crap, and just
It could be a skunk
what? But a skunk would have a tail,
away
wouldn't
from
it?
their homes. Some commenters thought it could be a skunk
That there is something small up front, so it's hard to say. Maybe it is somehow bent over and therefore not picked up properly by the camera or something like that.
or raccoon walking strangely on either its front or back legs. Eerily though, the creature doesn't seem to have a shadow despite the security light shining brightly into the yard.
Oh, I didn't even
So what do
notice
you
that.
make of this funny little creature? Love to hear your take on this in the comments down below.
I have no fucking clue.
Now, if you want to see some more creepy videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist right there that'll freak you out well until the evening, we promise.
But
Remember to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up button.
where? Let me just...
Brightly into the yard.
Oh, crap.
Doesn't seem to have a shadow.
Well, if it doesn't have a shadow, then I'm guessing it's probably fake. Otherwise, it would have some kind of shadow. Unless the light is so bright, and depending on the angle, that the shadow would be really, really small and you couldn't see it. But if there's absolutely no shadow whatsoever, I'm just using my favorite explanation or argument and say, nah, it's fake. I mean, why? What's with the? What's with the light changing? And then I was looking over at the flower pot for the shadow, and it's behind it. So yeah, no shadow. Oh, geez, people talking outside. Yeah, no, I'm saying it's fake. It's funny though.
To have a shadow despite
Some
the security
weird
line.
Maybe somebody recorded a raccoon walking by and then manipulated the video and then did the double exposure. As you know, that's my favorite explanation now ever since I did it. But it is the easiest way to manipulate stuff. Well, let me know what you guys think, okay? Maybe if I remember, I'll read up later in the comments to see what people wrote there. Also with the dry and wet gravel, if anyone else proposes or suggests that the sun had dried it and the other part was in the shadow, that's just what seems to make the most sense to me. But hey, what do I know? I am just a stupid little human being like most of us are. Ooh. Yeah, never mind. You guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun. I definitely did. Have a great day or a great night, and see you in the next video. Bye.